Hello, Air Family! Welcome back to another episode of Diamond Chat. I am so excited about today's topic and everything that we're going to be dishing on. But before we get to that, I want to talk about something a little bit more serious. We all know what's going on in the world right now with the pandemic of the COVID-19. I pray that everyone is doing well, whether you have been affected by this or it's a family member or someone close to you that has been affected by this virus. I pray that all is well. I speak speedy recovery. I speak speedy healing over you all in this moment of time. I pray that those of us who have not contracted the virus, that we are doing everything that we can to be safe and mindful of not only ourselves but the people around us. So of course making sure that we're practicing our social distancing, making sure that we're washing our hands, making sure that we're staying isolated, doing all of the very necessary precautions that we can take, but also on top of that, taking our vitamins, eating healthy, drinking tons of water, doing what we can. And in this moment, making sure that we're really speaking positivity and light and creating an environment of peace, because I know that it is very easy to get stressed out. This is a very hard time. It's a lot of things going on in the world, but I just want to encourage all of us to just have a moment of peace. Take a moment out of your day each and every day to have a positive outlook about this, have a positive mindset about this, and let's not let this divide us, but in other words, it should be uniting us. Let it bring us together. Let us go forth spreading love and connecting with people that we probably would have never connected with before, letting our loved ones know how much we love them, how much we appreciate them during this time. And let's make sure that we're doing everything that we can to put our best foot forward, because during this time we need love and we need unity. We need to make sure that we are doing all the things that we can do on our end to help make our voices heard, but also making sure that we're lending an ear to those around us. So I pray everyone is doing well out there, that we're continuing to stay strong as a nation and we're continuing to fight. And I hope that everyone is having a positive and a peaceful and a good environment and outlook because of this. Let's continue to feed the positivity and not the negative, and continue to shine our light and spread our love, because that's what it's about, spreading love. So I leave that piece with you all, and let's go ahead and get right into Diamond Chat, because I am so excited about today's conversation. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be giving you guys homework. So I suggest maybe just being able to have like a little notebook to write down your little thoughts as you go throughout the week, and just really ponder upon what I'm talking about and what I'm saying, and use this time as a good time to self-assess and have a good evaluation of where you're at and where the people around you are, because these next couple of weeks conversations are all about connections. It's all about the people who are in your circle. It's about the people that you've built relationships with, those that you may have severed relationships with, those new relationships, those relationships that are just starting to blossom, and things of that nature. So be ready to do your homework. So of course, having relationships, connections with people, they're so instrumental and so valuable when it comes to our lives. The people that we connect with and the people that we hang out with and the people that we choose to associate ourselves with could really change the trajectory of our lives. And I don't think we realize how much of an impact people have on us, and not only how much of an impact we have on people. So these next couple of weeks is going to really be you focusing on that. How are the people around me making an impact on me, and how am I making an impact on them? So we're going to break it down into 4 different types of people that you make connections with on the daily basis, or that you have made connections with throughout this life's journey. I know previously I talked about discernment, and how your discernment is when you get that itch or that feel, like you can just feel something about someone's spirit or about a person that's next to you, you'd be like, I don't know. and understanding how, you know, your discernment is like a heightened sense of knowledge, or a heightened sense of knowing certain things. I would say it's a very tough word to explain, but if I can explain discernment in any way, it would kind of be like a heightened feeling or a heightened understanding that you get to kind of give you that knowledge of right and wrong, like I don't know, or oh, okay, I can be around this person. So with going through these 4 different types of people that you connect, this comes along with your discernment. Your discernment will help you and guide you on understanding these 4 types of people and who they are. Of course, I call them shoppers because, of course, Diamondeir, we're diamonds, we're the jewel. You know, people are trying to buy us. We're trying to allow people to buy us and things of that nature. So I call them the 4 shoppers, and the 4 shoppers is the window shopper, the potential buyer, the buyer, and then of course the shoplifter. So those are the 4, and each week we're going to go into detail talking about each and every one. It won't be super long, I promise, but I want you to get a good understanding of the people that are around you, because the people around you, like I said before, they can change the trajectory of your life, but they also can help. They can also either benefit your weight, or they can make your weight horrible. They can really harm your weight. And of course, I'll explain my stories and my things that I've gone through and the people that I've connected with through each of these people types. But we will continue to go forward discussing them all. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the window shopper. So of course I hate window shopping, but we have window shoppers in our lives. And if I'm honest, I probably have been a window shopper in someone else's life. So when you think of a window shopper in general, they don't have the intent on buying. So let's just say that right now. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. A window shopper never has the intent on buying. They could care less about buying you because they know that they cannot afford you. Let me say that again. A window shopper does not care about buying because they know that they can't afford you. So remember that when you connect with somebody, when you're friends with someone, if you're dating someone, and the first negative connotation that they have may be about your weight, if they have to question you, like, why are you doing that? Remember, I talked about that before, the misconceptions, right? So if they're looking at you and they're like salty about the fact that you're in a weight, or they're salty about whatever it is that you're doing, honey, you're a window shopper. You can't afford me anyway, so why am I even discussing anything with you? You don't have the intention on buying me. What you thought was you were going to meet me and you had this preconceived notion of who I was before you met me. And now that you met me and you understand that you can't afford me, now the only thing you're going to do is look and leave. And that's what window shoppers do. Their only role in your life is to look and then leave, because they don't have any intention of buying you. They may come around and scroll through the racks and try to pick your brain and ask you a few questions, but at the end of the day, they're gonna leave because they can afford you. Period, point blank. They're going to leave because they can't afford you. And you know what? That's okay. Because at the end of the day, you have to realize that you are a diamond and not everyone can afford to hold you. So at the end of the day, because I am so sparkly and I'm so shiny and I'm so beautiful, I'm so fly, I'm so amazing, I'm gonna automatically attract people because that's what I'm called to do. I'm assigned to attract people to me, but that doesn't mean that everyone is going to be able to afford me. And as tough as that is, that's just the truth. That's the reality of being anywhere in life, you know, whether it's your goals, your dreams, you have to realize that there's just gonna be people who just don't get it. They just don't get it. They will understand and see the weight and see the value and see the worth, but they're just not gonna buy into it, and it's okay. But that doesn't mean that you have to discount yourself or discredit yourself because they're not going to buy you, because that buying was never their intent. And I say that because with window shoppers can really hurt your feelings sometimes. So yes, window shoppers can really destroy your self-confidence, make you question your weight sometimes, because honestly, the perfect way to describe an experience with a window shopper is rejection. So I have faced this multiple times. I can tell you I've faced it a lot when it comes to dating, because you know, guys will pretend like, yeah, I respect it, it's cool, I can handle it, it's no issue. And then, you know, like a week or two later of talking, it's just silence. It's just ghosts. I'm just sitting in silence. And, you know, at the end of the day, nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to feel, you know, less than. But, you know, that's just a part of life. But don't see it as a, oh, something's wrong with me, or, oh, I'm lacking something. No, I'm whole. I'm not lacking anything. The issue is not me. The issue is you. The issue is that you are insecure with whatever it is that you have going on, that because you see me so confident with what I'm carrying and who I am, it may bother you. And because you're not at that maturity level, the only thing you can do is just ghost and leave. And that's fine, because that wasn't your intent anyways. Or it could just be a situation, you know, where you connect with someone, and like I said before, they had a preconceived notion of who they thought that you were or what they thought you were going to be. And then once they realized that whatever objective or intent that they had, once they met you and they understood what you were bringing to the table, they realized, oh, I can't do what I wanted to do. My intent of what I had in my mind of what I was going to do, it can't be done. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next. So you have to realize that about window shoppers is you can't let them get into your head to where you feel as though you were less than, or that your standard or your self-love and your self-confidence is less than. But you have to really look at it from another side to say, hey, I've been rejected, but it's fine. It's cool, because at the end of the day, I would rather be around people who could really carry me and handle my weight than to be around a bunch of counterfeits who can't even live up to what I am bringing to the table. Okay? Boom. Just like that, because you know you don't want to waste your time. And another important thing about this journey, I don't know if any of you guys will encounter this with window shoppers, is for me in general, because I am such a people person and I love connecting with people and understanding people and just talking and just building really authentic connections. For me, for the longest, it was very hard to understand how to let people go, I guess you could say. Like, I've had an issue with letting people go. So for me, I felt like I had to overwork to understand why, or overwork to say, well, if you don't fit in here, you can fit in here. No, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not put yourself in that situation, because a lot of times I know and I believe for a fact that when something is supposed to go, it's supposed to go for your better. So don't do it, because sometimes we'll ignore the red flag, or we'll ignore the discernment telling us, nah, let it go. And then we'll try to pull something back that's not even supposed to be there in the beginning, and then you have more of a headache. And I've seen that happen multiple times. So that's not it either. But just know that in this window shopper phase, the intent is not to buy, it's just to look and leave. And You're looking and leaving because you know you can't afford me. You're looking and leaving because you know that you don't have the currency or the exchange rate that it takes to even get me. So if you can't get me, I'm not going to put in all of this work to show you why I am worth you buying into, and I'm not going to allow myself to be discounted or discredited in order to keep you in my life. So we have to let the window shoppers go. Let them look and leave. And don't be defensive when they want to come look and leave. Continue to be on the same wavelength, the same pattern, and just let them look and leave. And when they look and they leave, bless you. Pray for abundance. I pray for peace and greatness for you. But that's it. That's it. And I see a lot of, and it's amazing and it's rewarding at the same time, because even in the moments where I've gone through the rejection and felt like, gone through my whole process of understanding this window shopper situation, I've even had moments where those window shoppers have resurfaced back in my life 2 or 3 years later, and now it's, oh, I can afford you now. Oh, I'm ready. And me, I'm like, no, because when you had the chance, you showed me that you couldn't afford me, and that moment told me all that I needed to know. So no, I'm good. We don't need you in our store. We don't need you buying anything from us, because we're good over here. We're whole, we're good, we're healed. Because you should have thought about that the first time. So no, we're good. I kind of said that a little salty. I'm not salty though, but you know, it's one of those things where I just think and I look back when situations like that happen, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I kept you as a window shopper. Like, dang, I'm so happy you were a window shopper. Because you'll see, and I'm going to continue to talk about it, but you'll see all these different people I'm talking about, they compose themselves to be different shoppers, but you have to make sure that your discernment is on point to decipher that, nah, this is a window shopper, because they'll try to really pose to be something else that they're really not. So work on that this week. I want you to sit down and think about the people in your life, the people that you're connected to say, are they a window shopper? Wait, am I a window shopper in someone's life? And kind of think of, and if you are a window shopper in someone else's life, kind of think of the ways that you can combat being a window shopper. You know, if I can think of a window shopper, to me, it would be maybe not necessarily texting your friends that text you all the time, or just checking up on a friend, making sure that they're good, you know, making sure that your friendships and your relationships aren't just surface to where it's just basic blah, because nobody wants that. So I would just encourage you to think about who in your life is a window shopper, if you're a window shopper to anyone in your life, and what are some of the things that you can do to change that stereotype. What are the things that you can do? And of course, and I'm not expecting you to know all of it right away. Of course, as we continue to go through the weeks, learning about the different shoppers along the way will help you decipher, but take that time to really dig. Use these couple of weeks to really love yourself and love those around you and dig deeper. So that's all for Diamond Chat today, guys. I love you all. Like I said, I pray that you all are staying safe and using this quarantine time to grow, develop, and evolve as individuals. And I love you all. So until next time, see you.
I say how to do it. Come chill with a cookie. Come chill with a cookie, baby. 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 Come chill with a cookie, baby.